Welcome back to Love Meets Culture, where we explore stories that inspire kindness, compassion, and the beauty of human connection. Today, we dive into the wisdom of Judge Frank Caprio, the world's kindest judge, whose courtroom became a place of hope, empathy, and life lessons. Let's explore 10 of his most powerful quotes and the lessons we can learn from them. 1. The law must be served, but it must be tempered with mercy. Life lesson. Judge Caprio teaches us that justice isn't about being rigid or unyielding. The law sets the rules, but life is more complex than rules alone. Compassion allows us to see the human behind the action, to consider circumstances, struggles, and context. This lesson reminds us that in our daily lives, whether at work, with family, or in our communities, we should balance fairness with kindness. Mercy doesn't weaken authority, it strengthens it by building trust and respect. 2. Every person who stands before me has a story, and that story deserves to be heard. Life lesson. This quote emphasizes the power of listening. Judge Caprio never saw people as just a case, he saw lives. Each parent, child, or citizen had struggles that shaped their actions. We can apply this in our lives. Before judging a friend, colleague, or stranger, pause and try to understand their journey. Understanding fosters empathy, reduces conflict, and deepens relationships. When we listen, we give people dignity, and we learn lessons we might otherwise miss. 3. Sometimes, mercy is the best form of justice. Life lesson. Harsh punishment may satisfy rules, but mercy heals hearts. Caprio's approach shows that true justice often involves lifting people up instead of punishing them. For instance, forgiving a parking fine for a struggling parent doesn't weaken the law. It strengthens community bonds and spreads hope. This teaches us that in everyday life, forgiveness and understanding can be far more impactful than reprimands or criticism. 4. Kindness costs nothing but means everything. Life lesson. Simple acts of kindness, like offering a smile, a helping hand, or a kind word, can transform someone's day or even their life. Judge Caprio showed us that generosity of spirit doesn't require money, status, or power. In life, small gestures ripple outward, creating stronger communities, better workplaces, and more loving families. This quote inspires us to value kindness as a powerful force that costs nothing but carries immense weight. 5. The law should never lose sight of humanity. Life lesson. Laws exist to protect and organize society, but Judge Caprio reminds us that the people affected by these laws are human beings first. Each case he handled was an opportunity to see beyond the ticket or violation and honor the dignity of the person involved. In our daily lives, whether we are leaders, teachers, or parents, this lesson teaches us to prioritize empathy and humanity alongside rules and expectations. 6. We can't change the past, but we can help shape the future. Life lesson. This is a lesson in hope and action. While mistakes or hardships cannot be undone, we always have the power to influence what comes next. Caprio's courtroom reflected this philosophy. He looked for ways to guide people forward, rather than punishing them for past errors. For viewers, this is a reminder that our words, support, and actions can help someone rebuild, offering opportunities and hope instead of judgment. 7. Everyone deserves to be heard. Life lesson. The simplest act of giving someone a voice can be transformative. Judge Caprio ensured that all defendants, even children, could speak and be understood. In our lives, this lesson reminds us to listen actively to family, friends, and colleagues. When we truly hear others, we create understanding, reduce conflict, and nurture respect. Listening is an act of love that costs nothing but changes everything. 8. It's not about punishment, it's about understanding. Life lesson. Justice is most powerful when it prioritizes understanding over retribution. Caprio recognized that people often make mistakes due to circumstances beyond their control. By focusing on understanding, we create opportunities for learning, growth, and redemption. In life, this principle encourages patience, empathy, and thoughtful guidance rather than quick judgment or criticism. 9. Justice without compassion is just cold lore. Life lesson: rules without empathy are hollow. Judge Caprio's wisdom reminds us that enforcement must be balanced with human care. Compassion makes laws meaningful and life-affirming. In everyday interactions, whether managing a team, raising children, or supporting a friend, applying this principle ensures fairness and preserves relationships. 10. Every person who stands before me deserves dignity. Life lesson: treating people with respect is fundamental to humanity. Caprio's courtroom was a place where everyone, regardless of their mistakes, social status, or background, was treated with dignity. In life, this quote reminds us to honor others, uplift them, and recognize their inherent worth. Respect is a language everyone understands, and it creates trust, kindness, and lasting bonds. Judge Frank Caprio's wisdom reminds us that life is not measured by rules, wealth, or status, but by the compassion, love, and hope we share with others. Each quote is a guide for living a more empathetic, meaningful, and impactful life. May these lessons inspire you to act with kindness, understand deeply, and always leave the ladder down for others to follow. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe to Love Meets Culture to explore more stories and wisdom that celebrate human connection, compassion, and the beauty of culture around the world.